up, y'all? It's your guy Dawson from D&D TV. Thank you for rating, commenting, and subscribing. Everybody who's donated, those of you all who will, you know I appreciate it. Also, go over to my other YouTube channel, Dawson Speak TV. Make sure you subscribe over there. And again, thank you to everyone who's been donating. You all have been showing up and showing out. And trust me, everything goes back into the channel. And I just want to give you all a special shout out. Now, let's get into this story. All right, now my subscribers have pushed me to do this topic also, and I said I was not going to touch this topic after RJ and Andrew Gillum. I put her name first because obviously he did not put her first in their marriage, world, or affairs. So RJ or Andrew Gillum, after they did that interview with the beautiful, 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 smart Tamron Hall. Yes, happy birthday, Miss Tamron Hall. She is 50 years old. Now, see, that should be y'all goals right there. Y'all be talking about all them goals. That should be your goals right there. Look how beautiful she looks. Man, jeez. I know a white husband happy. But look here. Y'all know I don't care about interracial relationship. You better love who loves you. And speaking of loving who loves you, this lady said she loves her husband and she is not going to leave her husband for y'all. This lady said she knew what her husband was and she want all y'all to know they going to be okay. Yes, RJ said she's going to be okay. So who are we to criticize? And as a matter of fact, Tamron Hall just today, it was yesterday, people wanted to know how RJ Gillum and Andrew Gillum were doing since the interview, because they gave, I don't know if it was you know, I don't think they put everything out there, but they did give an interview. And they sent a note to Tamron Hall just yesterday saying that, you know, talking about where they are now in their relationship. And they wrote, "We want to thank everyone for their outpouring of love, support, and prayers. The past 2 weeks have been filled with many emotions, but through it all, we continue to focus on healing, wholeness, our marriage, and our family." RJ and Andrew Gillum. You know I'm going to put her name first because I think she should have been first in the relationship and you wouldn't have been down there at the Marjorie and... Nah, let me stop. Now, I want to be respectful on this interview because I know my subscribers wanted me to talk about it and I said I wouldn't, but I'm going to say a little something. But to refresh your memory of what we're going to discuss, watch this video real quick and I will be back with the rest of my commentary. And remember, I'm your guy Dawson and I won't hold back.
More startling revelations from Andrew Gillum.
The disgraced former candidate for governor talking about his personal life during a television interview. Alex is live in the newsroom with the details.
Well, Calvin and Nicole, Andrew Gillum and his wife sat down with Tamron Hall for a tell-all interview that aired today. Gillum discussed that infamous day he was found inebriated inside a Miami Beach hotel room, and he also admitted he is bisexual and that his wife was well aware before they got married.
Bisexuality in and of itself doesn't lead to unfaithfulness. There are men who are in marriages with women who, just because they're married to a woman doesn't mean they're no longer attracted to other women. And at any point in time can slip up, make a mistake, do something, and that is, you know, what it is. The same thing in bisexual relationships. You can be attracted to both. You got a bigger terrain out there that you have to contend with, but you can still choose to physically be with one person. That's a choice that all of us in our marriages and in committed relationships have to deal with.
Well, it was back in March when the 41-year-old was found intoxicated with two other men.
All right, y'all, let's go in. Okay, now I saw the interview with RJ and Andrew Gillum. See, I'm still keeping her name first because I think she needs to be first in everything, including your marriage and your relationship. Andrew, keep her first, man. You better put that woman first. Ha ha! Look here. That's Jaheem right there. So when I saw the interview, there was a lot of stuff that I just kind of like, okay, this is like political answers and all this kind of stuff. When Tamron was asking Andrew certain questions and then she asked RJ questions, and I'm like, okay, hopefully the interview is going to take a turn and it's going to start being real. But I think from what I read in comments and from people I talked to, most people were like, you know, I kind of feel sorry for her. And then people were saying, I don't feel sorry for her because you knew this is what he was before you married him. And I think what she was trying to convey in this interview is that she knew that her husband was bisexual, but this was an agreement between the both of them, and that, 20 years ago, or however long it was, she probably thought he would be the, whatever, the mayor of Tallahassee. She didn't know he was going to try for governor and they were going to be this big and that he was going to backslide, or whatever y'all want to call it, into this thing where he's in the Madryn Hotel in Miami Beach and there's drugs and a male escort. She wasn't ready for all of that. So I understood her answer when she said, I don't know how I would defend our relationship to everyone else in the world, because this is what we had together. And many people, especially, Jesus Christ, a lot of people started on these comments, man. Oh, well, God is not the author of confusion and this would never happen in the church and y'all need to let him go and you need the Lord. And that's when I step in, because y'all know I do not believe in this. See, I have to calm down right here because I'm a social worker and I done been in church and I can't even say everything I want to say on this YouTube show. And I done work with people in different clinics around here too. And I need my nurses and my psychiatrists and my therapists. I need y'all to back me up on this, because there are many people who have been in these churches, and RJ and Andrew Gillum come out of the church. They come out of the black church where they have told people, stay with your husband. He got a problem. He's struggling. He may be struggling a little bit with his his preferences. But the Lord gonna use you to bring that out of him. You are his strong, you his helpmeet, you his rib. Get back in place. They have told these women certain things like this. So it does not surprise me that RJ Gillum has this belief that if I marry somebody, it's going to be between us and you'll never, everybody's not lying about who they are. Some people are told they can change. It's going to fall away. All you got to do is pray 10 times a day and turn away and all that kind of stuff. And look, y'all, no matter what this man said he is, that's what he's telling y'all he is. Maybe he done tried all that praying and stuff, and he's been around the church people. A lot of church people followed him in his political career. As a matter of fact, when he was talking with Tamron Hall, remember in that time, the segment, she said, the last time I saw you was when we were in Atlanta and you were with the church group and I came downstairs and I saw you. And, he's been around there, involved in the church. During his run for governor of Florida, there were so many churches knocking on people's door. Let's get him in there. This is one of their native sons. And so my thing to you all is that when this lady who comes out of the church is saying, I just tried to make my marriage work, and then you all bash her, I'm like, how can you bash her when this is what you teach these people? You teach people that you could pray it away. Y'all got to talk to me. You teach people. There are women and men who are in situations just like these people, but they say they love each other, they knew it, and they're going to stay. But I'm talking about these women who get pushed into relationships. These men. Oh, it'll fall away in 2 days. Don't worry, I done prayed. The prophetess done touched and agreed. Don't you believe the prophetess? No, I don't believe the prophetess, because the prophetess got her own secrets too. No more sheets, no more power. Now let's go on. So that's how I feel on that particular part. These people both came out of the black church, and in churches, all evangelicals, they teach when you have certain desires, and especially when it comes to your level of attraction, romantic, attractions and things like that. If it's not what they deem to be, the norm, they will tell you to get counseling, to pray it away, to seek guidance. And if you happen to say that you're healed and you don't have that anymore, or you have it and you found a wife or a husband who's going to work through that with you, people encourage you to get married and they encourage you to stay together, because they feel that somehow that it's all that once you get married and that attraction or whatever, it will go away. And I don't think it goes nowhere. You're attracted to what you're attracted to. I don't think it is. So this is something that needs to be talked about, because this is what they teach in the evangelical movement. They taught it so much that the Exodus International movement had to shut down, because they told people, no, we can't change people's sexual attraction. We can't change nobody from being this or that. We're shutting down. They had to shut down. And they apologized to people. They apologized to them people who sent their children there and their husband there and their wives there and their aunts and their uncles. They apologized to them because they said, we lied. We can't cure your attractions. Yes, we are a religious organization, but we understand we can't do it. And I have told you, if anything is going to be done, if God wants to do anything, then God going to do it. But you can huff and puff all you want. But if God, y'all out y'all mind. You wasting your life and time with somebody telling you who they are, and you talking about, I believe I could change him if he just married me. If she just get with me. You better get a life. Now look here. Now, I have often said, you know, my opinion about the Exodus movement and all that other kind of stuff, the reparative therapy and all that kind of stuff. I said, you know, people go in those programs and stuff like that. But if you're going to change your attraction, I believe your attraction is still going to stay there. I believe you can suppress anything and just not act on it. But if a person happens to backslide or they have a weak moment, they are not going to go to the opposite sex. They are going to backslide with whatever they are attracted to or whatever they want. Or the thing that they feel they're suppressing. And in Andrew Gillum's case, being caught in that hotel, not only having a weak moment, he said, with alcohol, but also going to see a friend. And he said somebody poured his drink. So he's drinking a drink in there. How did you end up in that position? I don't understand. If you're going just to say a quick what's up, as he said he went to that hotel to say, how did you end up on the floor like that? Come on. I don't believe all of that. I think it was more that was going on there. It was a what's up, all right, but I don't think it was no, hey, buddy, let's hang out and say at another hotel, because they could have came to the hotel you were at. Or you could have met them downstairs at the bar at poolside or whatever like that. So I don't believe that you just went there for a quick what's up and just to have a drink with a friend or an associate, as you call him. Travis Dyson. No, I don't think that's what happened there. I think that you had a backslidden moment and you went and backslide on the desire that you want, and that was to be with him, the person who is a male escort. That's what I believe. And I believe, that's why y'all know. That's why I always say, whenever you get in a relationship with someone or you marry someone and they tell you, this is who I am, this is what I have done, even though you believe that it won't come up again, and a lot of people are hopeful that that's the past, that's what they used to do and all this kind of stuff, you have to understand that if they did it once or were involved in certain things or have that desire or attraction, that it's possible it could happen again in the future. So if, with knowing R.J. Gillum, you know, saying that she knew who her husband was, he was honest with her in that, you know, for that particular part of their life, when it came to his identity that she knew, it had to be something in her mind that one day if he would act on this, and how would I feel? It had to be there. You had to have that thought. Now, in conclusion, some people thought that they were not totally honest during that interview. And they thought a lot of the answers that Andrew gave were watered down, and he circled around on some answers and didn't say what he needed to say. And some people still, they say, oh, well, he's this and he's not that. He needs to just be happy and all this stuff and just leave his wife and all this stuff. But let me tell you something. This man said he's going to be with his wife. His wife said she wants to be, RJ wants to be with him. This is their journey to figure out. I'm done. And I think we should be done with this topic. But before I get done, let me say this. I'm going to say this to R.J. Gillum, because I think she is so, you know, eloquent and classy and all that kind of stuff. According to you all, this is the first time there's been an entanglement or, you know, a cheating in your marriage. And you've told us that you've accepted your husband. You knew all about him before you all got married. But I want to say this. If this happens again, or if this is happening, and we don't know, we only know what you all are telling us, and you all, you know, were vulnerable, you know, on that show somewhat, to tell us to open up your life to us. If this happens again, people are not going to be looking at him. They're going to be looking at you. Because as I said with the Aventer Gray situation, you have to have love, respect, and loyalty to yourself first before you can get it from someone else. And even though you told us what a great man your husband was and that he was the strongest man you know, hopefully this is the last time anyone will have to, you know, hear about any cheating in your relationship if you all choose to stay in a relationship. Now, that's all I got for y'all right now. Until next time, it's your guy Dawson. Y'all take care of yourself and each other. Go off in the comments, say exactly what you want to say. Please be respectful, because you know YouTube will delete your comments. They gonna silence you. So be respectful in the comments, y'all. Until next time, peace.